Hello, I'd like to start with a story. This is a story that I heard many years ago, and at first I thought it was a very simple parable. But over the years, I have begun to peel away layer after layer and find such deep meaning in it that I'd like to start by sharing that story with you. It's the story of a man in a village who once lost something precious. At the center of the village, there was this bright light, and under that light, this man was on his fours, hands and knees down, looking for something that he had lost. And just at that time, the wise man of the village was passing by, and the wise man asked him, "What are you looking for?" And the man responded, I am looking for my ring. It's very precious. And the wise man asked him, where did you lose it? And he said, I lost it there in the village. And he says, then why are you looking for it here? And the man responded, I'm looking for it here because the bright light is here. It's here that I can see, so that's why I'm looking for it here. So while this sounds like a silly little joke, it's really a metaphor for so many of us. So many of us who lost something precious and are looking for it in all the wrong places. And the reason why we are looking for it is for the same reason. It's what the five senses are revealing to me. It's the place where the five senses can see. So I am going to look for it here. That's how we all go. And as we start to look at this story and we begin to reflect on it, and having spent a lifetime or many years, we come to a place of, I don't think it's here. But we don't know how to go to those places. We are literally in the dark about how to retrace our steps to where we may have lost it, and to seek in a way that we can actually find it. This takes time, effort, and many of us have neither the time nor the effort, nor do we know even where to start. I am Ramaa Krishnan. I am a consciousness teacher, and I have been helping and guiding individuals and groups for over 2 decades now in retracing their steps and finding happiness, peace, clarity where we lost it. As they say, happiness is an inside job, and we have to go within to find it. My own journey started when I was still a teenager, so I have been at this for over 40 years. And as I have come through this journey in my own search, I have continued to learn and continue to share what I learn with groups and individuals. I am now offering a 2-day residential retreat that is dedicated to busy people. A lot of people who are working and have a life that is torn between the demands at work and the demands at home, and do not have the luxury of looking within, but who so are ready and deserving of it. This retreat is dedicated to them. It will be at the beautiful Wingspread Retreat Center in Racine, Wisconsin. Wingspread Retreat Center has been designed by the famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright. Its grounds are expansive and so well maintained. The single occupancy rooms are spacious, comfortable with queen beds, and really having a lot of room for spending time with oneself to introspect, journal, meditate. And it is very closely located to Lake Michigan, and I'm putting the retreat together in such a way that it will afford time for you to take a walk or to go to the beach, to step back and reset so that one can come back to life with greater clarity, intention, and inspiration. So let me talk to you about the 5 features, the 5 pillars that form the core of this retreat. The first one is inquiry, an inquiry into one's identity. Who are we? At the deepest level, our identity is much bigger and more expansive than we realize. During our waking hours, thanks to the collusion between the five senses and our mind and the environment, we are reduced to believing that we are what the mind tells us, what our success or failure stories tell us, what others tell us. And because of that, we stay stuck in our stories and repetitive patterns, not knowing that we are so much more. During this retreat, through the teachings, through meditation, guided reflection, we will dig deeper into reclaiming an identity that is bigger than the mind, so that we can then come to the second pillar of the retreat, which is cultivating the mind. The mind, someone said, is a terrible thing to waste, and I totally concur. We waste our mind when we do not work with it, when we do not educate ourselves into what is possible, when we do not work with our mind to build new habits. The mind is like a garden. It's not like a piece of marble set in stone that we have to live the way we were born. When I was younger, I would look at people who were patient or creative, and I would think that I could never be like them. But over the years of study and practice, I have realized that the mind can be changed. Now science is confirming this. They talk about neuroplasticity and how the mind can be changed, and an old dog can learn new tricks. And during this time, we will be looking into how we can cultivate different qualities, how we can work with the mind to change the internal climate so that we are able to return to our lives in a very different frame of mind. Let me give you a sample for that right now, right in this moment, wherever you are. If you can, close your eyes. If you're driving, then you may want to do this later. But if you're sitting somewhere and can take a few minutes off, see if you can sit back and close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can just let your eyes look at some point in front of you, but basically taking the five senses away from their external distractions to center ourselves within. Take some deep breaths. Bring the attention to your heart center. And in the heart center, I'd like you to imagine the face of a puppy. Maybe you are a pet owner and you have a dog at home or a kitten. Or you can think of a puppy that just made you stop and smile. Bring that memory into your imagination. And imagine that at the center of your heart, you are able to see this puppy. It's holding your gaze with openness and a connection that is without any fear or condition. As you continue to hold the gaze of the puppy, see how it softens you from within. Continue to maintain the gaze even as you breathe in and out, just relaxing into this moment, allowing your heart to soften. And see how that heart space expands. Allow it to become a bubble around you, a bubble of peace and connection, peace and harmonious connection. And let that harmonious connection fill you up. And expand that bubble so that it fills up your entire world. Just breathe that in. And see how it may have softened your face, your expression. Maybe a smile has come where there was none. A softening of the lines on the face. The softenings of the wrinkles in your energy. And slowly bring yourself back, turn the five senses back to the world outside, and if you have your eyes closed, open them again. Moments like this are easy, simple, but they bring back something precious that we may have lost in the course of our busy day, attending to the things that the five senses demand our attention to. Practices like this help to give us ways by which we make the mind an instrument of peace, an instrument of wisdom. The third pillar of the retreat is a deep look into the mind-body connection. The body is an important feature in how we feel. Scientists tell us that the stories of a lifetime, our biography eventually becomes our biology. We will be looking deeply into how emotions that we have entertained over a lifetime have become chemical reactions in our body and create thought patterns that are offered to us, emotional patterns that have become second nature to us, and how by changing the body we can change the mind. Changing the mind, we change our responses. Changing our responses, we change our stories. Changing our stories, we change our life. Through mindful movement led by Deb Weinman, who is a very well-beloved, well-renowned yoga leader in our community, we will learn how to use the mind to embody the wisdom teachings. No prior experience of yoga or meditation or any of this is necessary. We will meet you where you are and we will walk further with you. That's part of the retreat. The fourth and the important thing that I want to leave you with are practices that will integrate all this. When you return to your lives after the retreat, we want to make sure that you carry with you new routines, new ways of helping yourself to stay connected to that peace and clarity within you. And how to use not just these tools but to also empower imagination in you. Most of us are stuck in the same stories, repeating patterns, because when we face problems, we go back to our history to find solutions. Whereas teachers like Neville Goddard, a great teacher, I like his words, he says, imagination is our only redemption. We are not going to find answers in our past. Been there, done that. And if we are wondering how to do something differently, it has to be through imagination. Taking time to imagine, reimagine our future and letting that guide our intentionality, that is going to be something that we are going to be teaching ourselves and working with it in our retreat. When we allow imagination and intention to lead, our free will shows up very differently. We truly free our free will when we do that. The fifth pillar of our retreat is going to be community. When we come together and share space, share stories, and share in a safe space our humanity, we allow ourselves to be seen, and that process of seeing and being seen by people who get you is a very healing thing in itself. Just being in a safe container in our shared humanity is healing. I have known people who have been doing therapy or healing one-on-one in isolation, and that is very powerful in itself. But there's another thing that is also very helpful, and that is community. A conscious community is a healing container, and we will be offering that. This retreat will be creating a safe container, an intimate gathering of a few people who will come together to heal and empower one another. Now, coming to the details of the investment for the retreat fee is $1,950, $1,950. And this includes the stay and it includes the food. The food at Wingspread is delicious and bears special mention. The food is sourced from local resources. They also grow their own vegetables and salads. They have their own beehive, and their culinary team is really world class. They take into account people's dietary needs, vegetarian, vegan, whatever your dietary needs are, they are taken into account while creating the menu. The food I have found to be as much a part of the experience as everything else. It feels as if we are being nurtured, nourished into health, overall health. And the setting is so beautiful that it is a treat, a gift that you can give yourself. I hope that all of this answers all your questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to write to us at info@fullbloomlotus.com. If this resonates for you, go to our website, fullbloomlotus.com, under retreats and sign up for the retreat. If you have a friend you'd like to invite, share this information with them so that we can create a conscious container that is safe and supportive. I'd love to see you there. I'd love for us to begin our work together. And if you're waiting for someone to give you permission to take some time off from your own life so that you can return with even more intentionality and inspiration, well, I am here to tell you, you are so worthy, you so deserve this, and this is your permission to sign up and to invest in yourself. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon at Wingspread. Let's start our work together.